Welcome to Newtown School in Waterford for the Irish Trophy semi-final between Waterford Hockey Club and Belfast Harlequins. Today, Waterford Hockey Club, very young team, some really top players as well. A couple of South Africans to watch out for today, Rory Isaacs and Brad Ruhana, all the way from South Africa, and some very great young players as well that are members of Newtown School, Ian Balding, Rory Tracy, Ben McInerney. I'm really looking forward to today. It's going to be a fantastic day of hockey. Very experienced team from Belfast, Harlequins, playing Derrimore Park. Also part of the rugby club in Belfast as well. It's a very big club. They've come down here really focused on taking the honours, but I think Waterford know themselves what they have to do today to go and win. Okay, we have the two captains doing the toss. And Waterford won the toss. First battle of the day won.
Is that one of our seats?
Yeah, you take that seat there.
All right, lads.
Get there. Ronnie, just a little bit tight.
Go on, Rory, yours.
I got it.
Yeah, don't touch it.
Stand me again.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Have a go.
Well done. Unbelievable, boys. Well done.
Okay. You might want to
We knew that. We knew that number.
take it back down again.
I think the pitch was a bit wet. We told the lads to be on some water.
But we were told there.
Kevin, do you want me to start commentating anyway?
Good. Yeah, good Sam. Excellent Sam.
You've Belfast Harlequins on the ball.
Who's there? Ben McInerney. Good Sam.
Number 17 is Chris Skippy Lemon, one of the top players. Just won a free.
Alright, go on.
From midfield.
Quickly.
Cameron.
Michael Patterson puts the ball across the circle into the corner. A bit of pressure on Waterford right now,
Left. Two.
and it's a long corner.
Two wing forwards need to track the.
Cameron!
left and right back.
Cameron, keep an eye on that, yeah?
Hey, let's
Nope.
do it. Let's do it.
Correction.
Hey, Sam.
Cam!
Hey!
Just the right back is
let's do it.
creeping.
Now we've been
Just
balling
watch
him
that in the press,
on the
okay?
ball. Ian's one of our top players in Waterford. Irish under 16 international to Rory Isaacs from South Africa.
Confidence now.
Okay.
Trying to control the pace of the play. Intercepted by Belfast Harlequins.
Good.
Just won a free there, just inside the 23. There's danger moment here
Not
now.
five. He wasn't five.
We're going to have to reset that. The referee wasn't happy with that.
Make sure it's stopped. It's inside, not outside.
React, Waterford!
So Michael Patterson.
Bye.
Good day,
Just
guys.
touched the
Dave.
Waterford player.
Waterford, react.
So we
Come
go
on.
for a long corner.
React.
Pitch is fast.
Out,
Pressure.
be quick. Good, that's
Go,
better.
Quinny!
The corner.
Quick pressure!
Good bit of pressure, sustained pressure for Belfast Harlequins, but the ball's been turned over, so it's a Waterford free out. Sam Johnson on the ball. Inside to Rory Isaacs. We just want to control the pace a little bit, get into the rhythm a little bit more. They seem nervous.
Go for it, no force.
First 3 minutes of the game.
And reposition.
Use Ben.
Don't fucking
Don't force, boys.
And he's given a penalty corner for a raised ball by Rory Isaacs, causing a bit of danger.
That's not a short.
So Belfast Harlequins have one or two top-class drag flickers. Number 4, Michael Patterson. Number 16, Matthew Gray. They should set up with 2 castles in the top of the circle. Interesting what line of defence that Waterford are going to run here.
It's where it becomes dangerous.
Umpire gets the defence
He had
set.
10 yards on him. Like he had nothing, no pressure to pass.
Michael Patterson just scored 1-0. Calm it down a little bit. Ben McInerney on the ball.
Don't force it, don't force it.
Right back. This is David Gahan.
Don't force it.
Back to Gahan. To Issac. Sweeps across the pitch to Ian Balding. And as we can see that Belfast Harlequins are dropping deep into their own half-court press, leaving Waterford have the ball in their own half. But then as soon as Waterford come into their half, they're really breaking down and trying to break down those passes and those balls. Rory Tracy's on the ball now, on the byline, pass it inside, miscues it. Taken up by Quins again. Quins on the attacking left-hand side.
Lads, time, come on, you're in charge of time, come on.
Right. Trying to reorientate their lines of attack, and it's been sucked back up by Ian Balding. Now here's where Waterford just need to be a little bit more patient. And just take their time. Ben McInerney, another one of Waterford's underage internationals, has dyed his hair.
It's gone!
All the rage these days. As the substitutes start happening, Cameron Wagoner and Ben are off, and Harry Belton and Isaac Johnson have come on. You'll see a lot of rotation amongst the forward line, giving them 5 or 7 minutes as a go to really work hard and then come off and take a break. 7 minutes gone in the game. Quins 1, Waterford 0. Quins on the ball. It's their danger man again, and he just won a free for a stick foul. Both teams need to be 5. Can't engage. That was marginal. Referee let the play on. Now Tracy's on the ball. He's given it away to number 10. Here's Stephen McGrath, another one of their danger players.
Tackle, Harry.
Won by Harry Belton. To Rory Tracy on the ball now again. They try and make the overlap on the right hand side, but that hasn't happened.
That's the ball, Rory Tracy. Go, that's it.
Touch ball for Waterford. And Isaac Johnson on the ball, tries to bring it inside, broken down by Quins. Quins come up the left hand side.
Cut off the Dave, Brad!
So far, Belfast Harlequins have been showing their experience and maturity, knowing when to engage Waterford, when to break down the play, and when to control it.
Isaac, you need to come across! To the front!
They're well worth their 1-0
Go, Dave Gahan,
lead at the moment. Dave Gahan on the ball. Dave's a live wire, very fast, very good ball control.
Three there, what the fuck?
Yeah, Michael Patterson tends to dictate the play for Belfast Harlequins from centre mid. It's another high ball by Quins, so we will have a Waterford free in the middle of the park on the left hand side. Rory Isaacs over the ball. Tries that long raking ball into the corner, not trapped by the left winger for Waterford.
Here, time's there, okay? 2 in, Rory, 2 in!
Fucking tree network. I don't have internet at the moment.
Good pressure, Rory
I'm putting
Tracy!
my phone now. She's
Hang
done
on,
it
Tracy
once
now.
or twice
Go,
before
go on.
to me. That it just, for some reason, I have the
Go!
but the internet is not connected. I don't get Google or anything.
Yes! Shuri! Excellent!
Penalty corner for Waterford. This is the time to make this count. 9 minutes gone in the game. This is an important moment for Waterford Hockey Club.
Run!
Rory Isaacs and Ian Balding stepping up.
Harry,
Very
hold there,
strong
Harry,
drive
hold there,
flickers,
hold there,
very
hold there.
strong at the top of the D.
Harry, stay in front, stay in
Belfast
front.
Harlequins will have done their homework and will know that the danger man here is from South Africa, Rory Isaacs. But don't discount number 47, Ian Balding, as well. Ian Balding has a very, very strong drag flick. And watch the runs from the two outpost folks for Waterford. That will go in and try and get a deflection. Ball being injected by David Quinn, not trapped correctly. Ian Balding on the ball. Rory Isaacs miscues that, and it's a free out for Belfast Harlequins. An unfortunate turn of events there for Waterford. Again, Quinns take the time to just slow things down a little bit. Move the ball to the left back, up to the left wing. Try and put a bit of pressure on Donatumi. Donatumi, one of the younger players within the Waterford team, number 88, and made a very, very good deflection there, but the umpire has given a wide ball. Perhaps a mistake. But Waterford will take it. Now Dave Gahan's on the ball. It's a free for Waterford, and again they just need to just settle down, get the passing going, movement around. Quinns are now putting somebody a little bit higher up the pitch, putting a bit more pressure on the two full-backs for Waterford Hockey Club. But Ian and Rory will just walk the ball up a little bit. That's Harry Belton, who's just come on as well. Number 10 just got a deflection and just puts it wide. Alistair Shooting goes for Waterford, is very irate with his defence. Those balls should not be coming through, he says. And he could be right. Dave Gann on the ball, very fast player.
Get someone left mid for me. To the front.
And welcome to the live feed. We're halfway through the first quarter of the Irish Hockey Trophy semi-final. Our apologies, we've had some technical difficulties here with the eye in the sky, but we're up and running now and want to go through the teams. So Belfast Harlequins in goals, Andrew Cameron. We have John Metcalf, Alex McKeown, Michael Patterson, Alistair Kenny, Dave Fraser, Adam Tweed, Robin Quigley, Steve McGrath, Aaron Murphy, Barra Patterson, Michael Gray, Chris Skippy Lemon, and Nathan Wilson, who I believe is making his debut today for Quinns. You join us after 12 minutes of the first quarter, and Belfast Harlequins are 1-0 up with a goal from Michael Patterson. Waterford Hockey Club has had a number of penalty corners and haven't got their game together yet. In the Waterford Hockey Club team today are Alistair Shooting goals, right back Dave Gahan. Two full-backs are Ian Balding and Rory Isaacs. We have Sam Johnson, Marco Laura Donatumi, Ben McInerney, Brad Ruhana, Cameron Wagner, Rory Tracy, Neil Quinn, Thomas Delaney, who is happens to be injured today, Harry Belton, David Quinn, Isaac Johnson, and the second shoot, Malachi Shoot, making his debut for the first squad on the bench in goals for his father, believe it or not, who's in goals for Waterford. So far we have had very strong controlled play by Belfast Harlequins. A little bit more experience. They are taking the sting out of the game a little bit. Waterford team are a little bit nervous, a little bit tentative on the ball, a couple of mistakes. And in fairness to both teams, the pitch is very dry, so you might see the ball bouncing around a little bit. Now we have Rory Isaacs over the ball, and Rory Isaacs is from South Africa. One of Waterford's top players. He's passed into Ian Balding. Ian Balding has played on the Irish under-16 hockey team. Now what we're going to see here is hopefully Waterford just controlling the play a little bit more. Quinns are playing a half-court press, leaving Waterford have the ball in their own half and just engaging them as they attack into the Quinns half. Very experienced players on the Quinns team. Quinns started off, believe it or not, as Collegians Hockey Club in 1967. They've close ties to Methody in Belfast, the feeder school. Ball just came in there from David Quinn. Now to Michael Patterson, who is their top player, who won Player of the Year in the club, I believe, this year, number 4. He really is their danger man.
Back. Quinners.
Quinns trying to take a quick free, not allowed by the umpire. The umpires today are Jim Butler from Munster and Colin Kavanagh from Leinster. Both have very experienced umpires at this level. Cullum has done some internationals as well.
Let's link up, boys. Let's link up. Link up. Link
They'll
up.
want the game to flow. We see at the moment now, Isaac Johnson's on the ball.
Am I going up with
To his brother Sam, who's running the ball up towards midfield, as loses it. Now here comes a nice quick break from Quins. Number 10 is Stephen McGrath, another one of their danger man. 2, Michael Patterson into the circle. Great take, and unfortunately Waterford have conceded a penalty corner.
Come on, lads. Turn and face it up, guys. Face it up.
Players are querying with the umpire. Unfortunately, there's no video referral, regardless of our eye in the sky. Sitting with me in the commentary booth here is Daniel Laura. Daniel, any comments on the game so far?
Well, you've covered pretty much everything, Brian. I think.
Keep it up there, lads.
There's good hockey to play. Waterford is trying to find the rhythm, and Harlequins are doing a good job of holding.
Come on, Waterford.
Pattern. So we just hope that they can get into the game a little bit more and start using their good players and playing to their potential.
Great stuff, Daniel. Okay, short corner, somebody injected. It's trapped this time by Michael Patterson. Turns on his reverse, trying to win the. Oh no, it's been taken out by. And that's a free out. Well done, Waterford. Much better from Waterford. Much more composed. Looking for the quick one to David Gann. A little bit slow off the mark there. I think Sam and Sam Johnson and Roy Isaac need to be a little bit quicker on the ball. Dave Gann was in a lot of space here on the right hand side, but that's okay. Waterford on the ball. So again, you're seeing Quins just slipping back into that half-court press, willing to just absorb the game from Waterford. They know how fast this Waterford team are. They know how dangerous they are in the break. So they're showing them respect by playing in a half-court press today, and ever so often just sneaking one of the 2 of their forwards up. Here's number 10 again, Stephen McGrath. I believe one of their top players as well. They've gone on the ball, he's turned him inside, he's won it back, he's going down the right hand side now, trying to beat a player, now into Rory Tracy, Irish under-16 international, crosses the ball, taken out, and it's a short corner, penalty corner for Waterford Hockey Club. We have 17 minutes gone, they're about to blow full time for this quarter I should say. There we go. That means all the Waterford players can come up for the penalty corner. This is a crucial moment in the game. A goal here from Waterford would really settle them down. So again, Waterford will play with 2 castles on the top. That's 2 drag flickers, 2 stick stoppers. And they may do a little switch as well. Watch Neil Quinn, number 94, on the right hand side for Waterford, who will try and aim for that post and look for a deflection. Same for on the left hand side with David Quinn.
Can't break. Once we go inside circle, it's done.
So now Ben McInerney's over the ball with the injection. It's pushed in. It's trapped. It's for a deflection.
Yes!
And it's a goal for Waterford.
Come on, Waterford.
Ben McInerney. That's 1-1. End of the first quarter.
Well done, Dave.
You join us for the second quarter. It's Waterford Hockey Club 1, Belfast Harlequins 1. We've just tipped off. 20 seconds gone. Sam Johnson on the ball. Inside to Dave Quinn. Trying to run those overlaps on the right hand side. Ben McInerney just picks it up in midfield. Very clever play. Switches it to the left hand side to Rory Tracy. Down to Neil Quinn. Neil Quinn, 94. Only took up hockey 2 years ago, believe it or not. And he's playing at this level. It's wonderful to see. Great to see some talent coming through in Waterford.
Rory Tracy, actually work, Rory Tracy, and EJ, come on.
Number 17 is Chris Skippy Lemon. Plays for the Irish over 35 veterans team, or masters teams as they're called. Right now it's a free inside the 23 for Quins. Play the ball in the overlap on the right hand side, trying to work it in to try and win a penalty corner. This time Waterford soak up the pressure. Ben Mack on the ball.
Well done, Ben Mack.
Ben Mack, whose father, Ger McInerney, a club stalwart in Waterford, from my hometown of Limerick, the hockey capital of Munster.
Well done, Dave. You can creep even higher.
But we won't say that too loud. Now Rory Isaac's on the ball to Ian Balding. Ian Balding comes from a very sporting family. Father has played Masters hockey, Barry, and his sister is a superb hockey player as well.
Good patience there, lads.
This time, Quins are just stepping up a little bit
Well
more.
done,
Not quite
Rory.
playing the half press, pushing it a little bit higher. Sense more urgency that they want to win the ball a little bit higher in the pitch now. But I think Waterford has settled in their stride. Rory Issac just in a spot of bother here. He just needs to control it and try and win this free and get the ball out of this corner.
Well done, Ian Balding.
So it's a touch ball for Balding. Balding on the
Working
ball.
at you, lads.
He'll try and maybe launch this into the 23. He doesn't. It's a turnover for 17, Chris Skippy Lemon. Now number 7, Adam Tweed on the ball. And they've just
Yeah,
settled
well
that
done,
out
Ian.
there now. That's a wide ball for Waterford. Very well controlled here today.
Ryan, what do you think Waterford needs to do in the second quarter to take charge of the match?
I think they need to just settle down a little bit, Daniel. I think they're just a little bit nervous on the ball. Get some passes going, moving it from their back 2, back 3 into midfield a little bit more. I'd like to see Ben McInerney, as he is at the moment, coming back a little bit more towards Rory Isaacs to take those linked balls
Every now and again we need
and create some linkages through midfield. I think the long ball is really effective sometimes, but if you overplay the long ball, as has been happening so far in this game, the other team are going to just cotton on to that and just turn you over.
Do you think they need to get involved some of the key players like Ben Mac or Queenie?
Yeah, I'd like to see Dave Quinn in the game a little bit more. He's playing left midfield at the moment. He's in a lot of space over there. I think the Quins players have just let him go. So if we can get the ball through, like here now, Ben McInerney's on the ball. Now he's gone to Dave Quinn. Dave Quinn has a little bit of space here, takes on the players. David Quinn has played for Pembroke Wanderers. He's a club stalwart. He's been around Waterford for a very, very long time. He's back in Waterford now a couple of years and coaches the ladies' first 11 here in Waterford. Now Ben McInerney's on the ball again and raking ball into the 23 to David Gahan, who's playing a little bit higher up the pitch. This is very encouraging to see for Waterford. They really are now beginning to take the game to Belfast. Now Rory Isaac standing over the ball. He really does try and control the entire tempo of the game. To Ian Balding at left back and back into Sam Johnson in the midfield. So Sam is pressing a little bit higher now. If you noticed, all the Waterford players, bar the goalkeeper, are in the Belfast Harlequins half of the pitch. This is how Waterford like to play. They like to play high up the pitch. Quins have turned the ball over again. Could this spell a bit of danger? No, the pass just goes a begging there. So it's a touch ball from the halfway line, so Waterford will reset. Rory Isaacs now is taking up a position at right back. Waterford like to rotate the back 4 a little bit and keep the forward line guessing where the top player is going to turn up. Donna Toomey, number 88 for Waterford, another great young talent. It's a free in on the top of the circle. Now both teams need to be 5 metres. This is going to be very interesting. Takes wide to Gann. Gann on the ball, he's lost it. He has to come back here. Dave Gann is very fast. He'll work his way back 27. Roy Isaac gives away a little bit of a foul there, maybe slightly deliberate to try and break down the play. Back to the danger guy again. The Waterford need to get close to Michael Patterson. He's a player that just floats his way around the game, but he's always in the right place to pick up the ball for Quins today. Back to number 2, John Metcalf, and another over 35 international. My goodness, I nearly said under 35, giving him another compliment. Interesting, we have 3 over 35 internationals on the Belfast Harlequins team today. John Metcalf, David Fraser, number 6, and Chris Skippy Lemon, number 17. We also have the vice captain of the over 35s playing for Waterford, Brad Rohana. And Brad again is one of our South African contingent. So, and it's a goal! Oh my goodness, another goal for Belfast Harlequins against the run of play. That's disappointing. Scored by number 10, Stephen McGrath. We have 6 minutes gone in the second quarter. And Brad has 2 boys at home watching. Their names are Ben and Ryan. As I said, he's the vice captain of the Irish over 35s. Has only ever played for 2 clubs, believe it or not. WPCC in Cape Town and Waterford Hockey Club. That is loyalty. And if you've just joined us on the live stream, it's
Sam,
Waterford 1, Belfast Harlequins 2. It's a very lively game, slightly disjointed at times. A couple of mistakes in defence have led to 2 goals from Waterford, or for Belfast Harlequins. So as I was saying earlier on, Belfast Harlequins started off as Collegians Hockey Club in 1967. They're based out of Derrimore Park in Belfast. One of these multi-sports clubs. They play rugby, bowls, squash, I believe it or not. And they get 80,000 players and spectators through the gates of Derrimore Park every year. Phenomenal club. They're also a cross-community club where they have a GAA team that actually train and play in their grounds as well, which is wonderful to see. Now we have Rory Tracy's just won the ball at the top of the circle. It's taken on the reverse.
On the ground.
And it takes a shot and it goes wide. No, it's deflected. It's a long corner. Waterford needs to make this count now. A set play could be on the cards. You see Rory Issac is just sneaking up the left hand side. Nobody's picked him up yet. Going to be very, very interesting. Over there on the far side. There he is. Watch him just take a beeline for that byline now in a second. To Sam Johnson. Now Brad Rahana has come into the centre mid to just show for the ball a little bit more. David Gann back to Sam Johnson. Back to Ian Balding.
Reposition, Sam, reposition.
Isaacs is just out of it at the moment, but that's okay. The play is on the right hand side, and I think Waterford will try and suck some more players over here before they switch it. They've turned it inside. Great save by the goalkeeper. And follow up, and it's a free out. Just a slight foul there from the forward as he's coming through, but another very positive move from Waterford today. We're 8 minutes 45 seconds gone. Gann stretches for that and misses. That's a stick tap there by Sam Johnson. On number 9, Robin Quigley. This is number 23. Number 23, Nathan Wilson. It's his debut for Belfast Harlequins today. He usually plays for their thirds. So a big step up here in standards for him. So saying that hockey in Ulster is quite strong. Though I would say there's a bit of a difference between playing thirds hockey and playing an Irish Trophy semi-final. Playing again, and Ian Balding's won this bat. He read that very, very, very well. He's very calm for his age. I believe he's only 16 going on 17 years old. He's a tall lad, but very, very assured, very calm. He just made a nice little tackle there now as well, and just gave him a nudge, enough to put the player off the ball, and a nice big ball out of defence from Rory Isaacs. And that's gone for a touch, I believe. I think that's a touch line. So the Waterford players need to get up around this now and try and put them under pressure. As we can see here, the Waterford players are just standing back a little bit too much. You know, when the ball gets up the pitch like that into that corner, you really need to be up around it. Good bit of skill there by Quinn's right winger. It's taken up. Oh, and that's a foul for sure on Donatumi. Donatumi plays both left and right back, and the Quinn's player has been green carded. Which Quinn's player is it? He's gone over. Yes, it's their forward. And I think it's Chris Lemon for that breakdown tackle. Now, Waterford have a man advantage. What do you think they need to be doing, Daniel?
I think they need to press more. They need to move.
Okay, back and face! Back and face! Brad, your left mid! Brad, your left mid! Go left, come on! Brad!
For a mistake to happen.
There, you've heard it, ladies and gentlemen.
I can hear you.
The voice of reason. Daniel has also been outside of his day job here as being the eye in the sky over the pitch here in Newtown. He also plays on the seconds here in Waterford Hockey Club. An ex-captain, great leader.
Just a bit of an explanation there. The glitch at the beginning of the first quarter was due to a network problem with the tree network, which for some reason interrupted internet access.
What happened?
But managed to get that sorted, and we're back, and hopefully there'll be no more glitches for the rest of the match. So you can sit back and enjoy, relax, enjoy the match.
And we've decided to take 3 off our list of sponsors for this game today. We might have to move to one of their rivals for the next game. Daniel, what do you think? Balding's on the ball now. He's got a bit of space here in front of him. Running down the right hand side, looking for that switch inside. Misses David Quinn. David Quinn has been, as I said, he's been around for a while. 34 in his back, I say. Could be approaching that age as well. In the middle of the pitch at the moment. Balls right hand side for Belfast Harlequins. We have 12 minutes gone in the game. I've just got a message from somebody saying Ian is 17 going on 18. My apologies, Ian Balding. Now we have an attack from Belfast Harlequins. Patterson is just passed it to 23, the debutant Nathan Wilson, who misses and puts the ball wide. Could be a bit of pressure there, as I said, coming from thirds up to first this year. Now the ball to Dave Gann. Dave Gann is he's again one of these guys who's multi-talented. Is big into martial arts. As I believe it's Taekwondo, correct? Karate, and he's an All-Ireland champion. Cameron Wagoner is on the pitch now. Cameron Wagoner has gone to school in Kilkenny College. He's number 3. He's now going over to left midfield. Player to watch. A deflection. Was that a deflection? Yes, it was. Shoot, the goalkeeper for Waterford just let that one go. They took a quick free. He's missed that one. He's got around him. It's 19 again. There's a 17, Chris Lemon. Now it's with the danger man again. Michael Patterson loses the ball. Ben McInerney on the ball. Ben's brother Ethan is the former schools captain in Newtown School here that won the All-Ireland Schoolboys Championship last year, who's now in college in Dublin and plays for the YMCA club in Dublin. Isaac Johnson just chasing the ball down. Needs to work and work harder. Ben McInerney's playing a high line now as well, and they've Harry Belton sitting in the hole, number 52. The ball's been won by Cameron Wagoner, as I said. Danger man here. Very young, very fast. To Ben McInerney. Goes to the byline. Isaac Johnson's on the ball. Brings it inside. And that could that be a short corner? Yes, it is. Penalty corner for Waterford Hockey Club. Exciting times. 14 minutes gone. Bit of a discussion with Rory Isaacs and Ian Balding walking up.
But a good opportunity for Waterford to equalise the game and bring it into half-time level.
Wouldn't that be wonderful? We can go get our tea and crumpets there.
That's it.
Daniel with a smile on her face. So what we notice here is that Waterford will commit 7 players up for the short corners. That gives them 3 players at the back. Brad Rohanna will cover the right, Harry Belton will cover the left, and Sam Johnson will cover the deep line. Their job is to prevent that quick break if the ball doesn't come out. It's stopped. It's deflected to the right hand side to Roy Isaacs, saved by the goalkeeper, and it's in again by Isaac Johnson, and it's a free out. Now the players need to get back in position and stop arguing with the umpire. This is a cup semi-final. These umpires are very experienced. They're not going to give any quarter here. The Waterford players have set again. Brad has come off the pitch, and Neil Quinn has come on, 94.
We're getting lost there. Were you in the midfield there or were you at the back?
I was in midfield, yeah.
Neil's sister plays in this club as well, and his mum is a very active member of Waterford Hockey Club as well. Well done, Ben McInerney. Just slow that down. And the aerial ball has just gone in. Isaac Johnson calls it, and that's a free out. So when the ball comes in from an area, the player must be on his own. If a player goes into a space, he wins the free, because it's classed as dangerous play. One of those contentious rules in hockey that can be open to a lot of interpretation. Now, Quins are playing a high line now. They're playing number 17 quite high up the pitch, and 3 forwards right behind. So they sense that the Waterford backline are just a little bit tentative on the ball at the moment. But the fact they're playing such a high line would mean to me, Daniel, that there's an opportunity for an overhead here and get the ball down into space.
Absolutely. Release the pressure a little bit.
Yeah, David Early.
The ball back is in.
I get it right, he goes left. Go, Dave.
He's
Go,
not in the
Dave.
pod.
He's in the midfield and he's offside.
Does 16 come off?
16's look. It's simple. You stay in your pods.
I'm not talking about substitution.
So Isac's on the ball as well. So Isaac and Brad Rohanna went to the same high school in South Africa, believe it or not. But there's about 25 years difference between them. Yes, another short corner for Waterford Hockey Club. And I make it just going on 17 minutes. So this will be a quick setup.
It's a pod, so there's only 3 people in the
The other umpire is talking to the other umpire, looking at their watches. They're about to blow half time. I think Waterford should just take their time getting set up here. And there is half time. So all the players can be committed up. I have to say, Daniel, Alistair Shute hasn't had a lot to do today, yet there's been 2 goals in from 2 mistakes from defence, I think.
Well, I suppose you probably blew it because they've been over by a touch.
Harlequins have been very efficient in taking their chances and converting into goals. So we'll see now what happens.
Ball's been injected to Rory Isaacs to slip, and it's gone wide. That's half time, folks. Daniel and I are going for a tea and crumpets. Waterford Hockey Club 1, Belfast Harlequins 2. Coach Stuart Green is down there and he's probably quite irate with 2 goals that have been conceded, goals that were not necessary, 2 goals that resulted from mistakes from defence. But at the same time, Waterford had a lot of play and they've had 4 or 5 penalty corners. They need to get the trap right, they need to get set up. They are well in this game. This game is far from over. There's another 2 quarters to go and look forward to some rip-roaring hockey for the second half. Quins have the tip off and it's been a very, very interesting first half, Daniel, hasn't it?
Yes, it has been. Both teams have been trying really hard to establish their control of the pitch. And
Let him
the
walk in front
difference
of us.
is Harlequins have been more effective taking advantage
You're
of
doing
the
your
chances
job, what?
they have.
So we've plenty of people all around the world watching our live stream today. I want to do a shout out to some people that have been contacting me on Twitter and on WhatsApp. Paul Murray, my old mucker from Belvedere Hockey Club in Cork, captain of the Munster Masters team that both Daniel and I have both played on over the past number of years. So he's there with Peter Carroll and a bunch of ex-Belvedere players that are watching and listening to our cheesy commentary. I hear, Daniel, do you hear about that? So a big shout out to Paul and the Belvedere lads. Good bunch of guys. Great hockey players. Good fun on and off the pitch. And so unfortunately, you know, we couldn't have our 5,000 spectators we usually have here in Fortress Newtown for matches because of COVID-19. But I want to give a shout out as well to Barbara Johnson. Barbara Johnson is also watching the live stream. She's watching it with Shirley Moore and Hilary Johnson, and on the big screen at home with Joan and Roger Johnson. The Johnsons, as everybody knows, are big club stalwarts. Both Sam and Isaac are playing today. Joan and Roger's grandsons, and Ben Johnson, Irish under-21 international, former member here, is now playing with Three Rock Rovers, my former team in Dublin.
And I just found out that Ben is currently training with the senior team, which is a fantastic achievement for any player. And we certainly wish him the best.
Yeah, very talented player, very mature beyond his years. And here today as well, around the pitch, we've got our COVID supervisors. These are people wearing high-vis vests, stopping the thousands of people who want to jump over the wall to come and watch the game. We got Harry McCarthy is here today. Harry McCarthy, another ex-player of this team, plays for the YMCA club in Dublin as well. Irish under-21 international, so he's wearing a high-vis vest, looking very officious. Ian Balding just won the ball there. So this time, as we can see, Waterford are setting quite high up the pitch. They want to stretch this Belfast Harlequins team. I would say the average age of this Quins team is a little bit older than Waterford. So if they can move the ball around at pace and use the speed and guile of our forwards, then they may just stretch this Quins defence open. Sam Johnson on the ball, inside to Brad Rohanna, back to Ian Balding, really well controlled. This is much more like it. Dave Gahan on the ball, ever industrious. Now Ben McInerney. And Rory Issac, he's taken off like a gazelle down the left wing. Switched it back inside. He had no control. Shot from Rory Tracy and a deflection. That's a long corner.
Well done, Rory.
Well played,
Well done, Rory
Waterford Hockey
Tracy.
Club. Good pressure.
And I think that's what
Just
Waterford
shake
needs
there,
to do,
Sam. Ben.
faster exchanges of the ball and faster counter-attack. Because otherwise the Harlequins defense is very solid.
Where's it from?
Structure.
It's at the 16. It's not at the 22.
Another shout out, Daniel. Stephen Pym. Stephen Pym is watching,
It's a great
wondering
ball.
why we were having tea and crumpets and saying that it wasn't cricket.
Free back up here.
When in Rome, Stephen,
Umpire,
when in
you're
Rome.
not playing.
Ben McInerney on the ball now.
It's a free up there.
Referee got a little bit confused there, was looking for the other referee for a signal,
at the
didn't get
top
it,
of the
blew a little bit late. Bit of confusion where this free is supposed to be from. Is it inside and outside the 23? It's a free in. The other umpires called that. So both umpires are mic'd up. They're talking to each other continuously. Isaacs takes the free. The game has started again. We are well into this third quarter. Balding back to Johnson. Johnson to Isaacs. Looking to hit Brad Rohan on the left wing. Brad takes it down. And to Rory Tracy. Rory Tracy has really come on as a player
T-spot.
in stature. Lovely guy off the pitch. Great player on the pitch. Irish under-16 international. Inside, Neil Quinn trying to win a free. That's a lovely play by Gann. Oh, and there was no red shirt there to pick up the pass.
Work.
Now we have a bit of pressure coming on here. Shout out to John Byrne. John Byrne is watching. He's our roving reporter. Unfortunately, due to COVID restrictions, couldn't be here in the commentary booth with us. But he's down with the masses at the moment, getting insights from people watching. Some of you have said that you've lost the live feed, but others are saying that you can see the game. So you may need to dial back in. That was a great save by Alistair Sheet. Alistair Sheet, interesting player. 51 years old, believe it or not. I think the entire Waterford forward line age added up wouldn't even be close to his age. His son, Malachy, is on the bench, also a goalkeeper. His daughter, Rachel, also a goalkeeper. There must be something in the water.
Got there. Quinny! So I'm going on for Quinny. For Neil Quinn.
Neil Quinn.
So Daniel, we've people all over the world watching at the moment. We've people in Boston watching. Great to see the Waterford community all around the world. Belfast Harlequins as well. Up early this morning tweeting. Great tackle by the Quins captain, number 2, John Metcalf. Won again by number 10, Stephen McGrath. So one thing I've noticed, Daniel, as well, is the Quins' spine. Their centre back, their centre mid, their centre forward really are their most experienced and most talented players.
You can tell that just one look at the match, you can see where the stance is of Harlequins. Very, very talented players.
Get out of the corner!
Out there!
Now we've Wagner on the ball, loses it, but well worth the run. Harry Belton, keen golfer Harry Belton is. Now we've got a break. Quinn's on the ball, it's the danger guy again, Michael Patterson. Puts it up to number 10. Back into Patterson, trying to win, and that's a free. There's an advantage being played. An overhead coming, there was no advantage, the referee will take it back. Just outside the 23. As George Hamilton would say, danger here. Ball gets swept in. It's a free from outside. Just hit a Waterford foot on the way in. The ball has to travel, and it's travelled at 5. Now it's back over to number 3, and my apologies, Alex McKeown. Trying to work it around, and that's a short corner. Penalty corner for Belfast Harlequins. You know what, Daniel? They've absorbed a lot of pressure from Waterford, and they've just been a little bit more composed on the ball. They've worked the play up the right hand side, and now they've got their just rewards.
They have. They've been clinical when it comes to taking advantages, and this is another example of that.
So another one of our roving reporters, Mags Laura, just informed me that David Gann was the karate champion for the third time at the WUKF World Karate Championship. Was crowned world champion for the third time, 2012, 2018 and 2019. And he's playing right back for Waterford Hockey Club. Patterson takes the ball. No, that was a very good drag flick. But the forward on the deflection pulled across the ball in front of the keeper.
Defense, come on, defend again, come on.
That's interesting. Interesting decision by the umpire there. I think he blew for a foul, but then has changed for a short corner. You know, in those situations, either the goal stands or it's a free out, I would say. But sure, we'll see. The Waterford defence gets set. So for those of the uninitiated, penalty corner defence, there's 4 runners, or 4 outfield players and a goalkeeper. 2 of them will run very high to try and disrupt the drag flicker. You'll see these guys running out like gazelles across the pampas. Ball comes out. It's not coming out well at all today on this pitch. Taken from Waterford. Now the break is on. Gann's on the ball. Takes it long up to David Quinn. David Quinn is inside the 23. Looking for Brad Rohan at the top of the circle. Has an advantage. No, he doesn't. He's lost the ball. Oh, that's so unlucky. And now it's Quinn's free again. So again, another example of Quinn's just being really calm under pressure.
Good. Good defense, good Rory Isaacs. Good. Right, let's go.
So now Waterford have placed Isaac Johnson right on the penalty spot of the Quins, right in front of the goalkeeper. And that's pulling back the Quins captain, John Metcalf, just to watch him. So they're looking for this long ball again. And Isaac Johnson is just taking the ball from that position at the penalty spot out to the right wing. Trying to win now. They want a free in. Interesting. Now that should be... That's right. Umpire could have also seen the little breakdown tackle from the very experienced Quins left midfielder Adam Tweed.
Well done, Neil.
Just disrupted his flow of play. So you know, that's what you get with experience.
Go. Move the ball.
Quinn on the ball. Referee didn't like the way that ball was moving, so they're going to have to reset. Back to Sam Johnson.
Quinny!
Across to Ian
Left
Baldwin.
mid.
So here we go again. They're going to try and
mid.
play the sweeping ball across the left and up to the corner.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Stewie.
There's the sweeping ball
Almost
to the
like telling him
byline.
off the pitch.
To Neil Quinn, a deflection in. And Isaac Johnson's on the ball. Oh, and that's unlucky. Could not control that. But he'll get more chances. He's taking up the right position in front of the goalkeeper, really disrupting the vision of the goalkeeper.
Keep working good.
So it goes without saying that I have to give a shout out to my own family that are sitting at home watching this in the big screen. Anne and the kids. Hope you're enjoying the hockey. It's a fantastic game of hockey at the moment. It has its moments. It's also worth noting that this is the first competitive game for either of these two teams in quite a period of time. And Daniel, you know, judging from our own effort on the hockey pitch, we know it's hard to get back up to the standard that you need to be at this level.
Very hard when you haven't been active, and despite the fact that a lot of these players have been very hard working.
Back good. Face.
It's always very hard to come back.
Now we had a free, and Patterson had the free, took it quickly, lost it, back to Gann. 3-time world karate champion. Now finds Isaac Johnson in a bit of space, beats one player.
Go, Neil.
And Neil Quinn is taking a spot up on the penalty spot. Runs past 1, runs past 2, one past 3, and it's a goal to Waterford! Isaac Johnson. Waterford 2, Belfast Harlequins 2.
Well done, Donna.
Excellent move by
Rory,
Waterford. Apologies
Rory.
for the quickness of the counter-attack.
Brilliant, Donna.
Caught the camera angle, but hopefully we were able to get
Jeez.
that.
That's a terrible angle. There we
Well,
go.
we've been talking about that break for a while. The position that Isac's been taking up in the centre spot in front of the goalkeeper, sucking his vision, making that run out to the right wing for that long raking ball up from Ian Balding, where he took it on and he took two defenders, drew the foul, referee played advantage, and he had the guile and the confidence to just open up his stick and bury it in the back of the net. Great goal by Isaac Johnson.
And Brian, do you think that John Brink deserves credit for that tactical move and repositioning of Issac Johnson?
Totally. I think at half time Stuart was, I would say, quite irate with the mistakes we were making, but understands as well that it's taken a
got the donkey, lads.
half of this match for the team to kind of warm up.
That's it.
But a 2-1 down, Daniel, you got to take a bit of a risk sometimes as well, and putting a high forward in front of the goalkeeper really does stretch the game a little bit if you can get the ball
Well
up.
done, Harry. Line. Well done,
Now we've Quins on the ball again, number 14, Barra Patterson. Barra Patterson won Young Player of the Year in the club this year, I hear. And that was a reverse stick tomahawk there, and picked up by Sam Johnson. Ben McInerney looking for Harry Belty. No, he takes it inside. He's doing the safe, very, very mature pass by Ben McInerney to Cameron Wagonar, who's now taking up centre mid position to Dave Gann. That's a bit of a tackle from the Quins defender, misses it. Gann takes off again down the wing. He is so fast. Great ball in to Isaac Johnson, and that's a
Oh,
that
come
was a great
on.
save by the goalkeeper.
Come on, boys. That's a
The
shorty. Can't trip him.
Waterford players were shouting for a high ball there by the goalkeeper, but the way I viewed that was into space. There was no danger there. Jim Butler, the umpire, is from Munster, from Cork. Very respected down this part of the world. Isaac Johnson tried to take that in by himself, trying to draw that foul, looking for that short corner. Gann on the ball again. Gann has really come into this game, Daniel, hasn't he?
He has. He's definitely taken control over that midfield area and is creating a lot of problems for that.
Well done.
Metcalf on the ball again, trying to relieve the pressure. Doesn't get too far. Now, this is where Waterford really come into their own. They put them under a bit of sustained pressure. They have all their players up in their half. Royce Isaacs, number 99 for Waterford, has taken up a very, very high position at left back. Now he's moved back in, realising that, you know what, they don't have the ball now, so they need to get back into position. So another big shout out to Amanda Tracy. Amanda Tracy is up the country at the moment, as we say, tending to some horses, I believe, today. I hope she's not horse riding and watching the game at the same time. I think it might be her daughter Orla. Would that be the case? Who's
14.
I believe into cross country. Or do they call it point to point?
Did you see that?
I'm not sure. But anyway, back to the hockey again. So that's David Fraser, number 6, very experienced player. I believe he's assistant coach to John Myler to the Irish over 35s as well. Irish Masters hockey is it's a very growing sport. It's for players that are a little bit more seasoned, like ourselves, Daniel, that aspire to play for their country. We've had a number of them in this club. On the pitch today, I've mentioned Brad Rohana. We've had others as well that have played for Ireland. Anne Murphy, Anne Madden, has played for the Irish over 40s team and won the Six Nations.
Yeah, Quinny.
I myself has had a cameo for Ireland in a Six Nations winning team as well. But that was about 3-4 years ago. Now we have a deep touch ball by the left back. Again, trying to relieve pressure, but the way the Waterford are setting up, they're playing a very high press, trying to turn the ball over, which they have done here. Ben McInerney, a reverse stick pass, and it was nearly there. Great position by David Quinn.
Good. Come on.
And great position by Isaac Johnson. So that is the end of the third quarter. Rip-roaring stuff. I would say probably Waterford's best quarter of the game. Just before we broke there for the end of the quarter, we were mentioning Masters players. Waterford has a long history of Masters hockey down here. Shirley Moore, I mentioned earlier on, has played for Ireland. Karen Harris, another stalwart of the club, goalkeeper, has played for Ireland. And Mary Rose Roach as well, a current member of the women's first 11, has played for Ireland. Also, another unknown factor, less known fact, is that the women's section in Waterford Hockey Club have won more All-Ireland Cups than the men, believe it or not. They've won 3 All-Ireland Championships in various guises, white cups and whatnot. The men are on 2. They won in mid-50s, I believe. Could have been 60s. And of course, they are the current Irish Hockey Trophy champions after winning it last year, beating Civil Service in the final, who actually lost to Belfast Harlequins in the last round of the current competition as well. They finished 3-3 after full time, and I think it was 11-10 on shuttles. So Belfast Harlequins have really deserved their place. Now they're taking the game on, and it's that danger man again, Michael Patterson, taking the ball in. He's won a free just outside the circle. Waterford really need to close him down a lot earlier. I would say even, drop the shoulder outside the 23. I think it's imperative that they stop that guy taking up a position in an attacking position in the circle. Now Quins have the ball over in the corner. This is where Waterford can just kind of crab around the ball a little bit and just make those flat sticks count outside the circle. Shoot made himself very, very big there, just to make sure there was no deflection. Now it's taken again. It's a free outside, so this ball has to travel 5 meters, as we've said. So he's moved it out. Now he's moved it back in. Great defence by Waterford. Very patient. Jim Butler, the other umpire, has seen something there and he's given a free in. I don't know what for, but in no event, it's a red ball now. Waterford have the ball just inside their 23 on the touchline. Takes up the line. So again, this time Coach Green has moved the players back a little bit more. He's not playing the high line. I think Johnson is off the pitch. They have Cameron Wagner playing a sort of a high midfielder, attacking midfielder, and David Quinn on his left-hand side. Ian Balding's just won the ball back there again. Ian Balding has been superb today. I think I've seen some really great composed tackles. 17 going on 18, amazing. He looks like he's been playing this game for 20 years. McInerney on the ball again. Oh, and he's taken it. Just lost it there. Very lucky to win that free. Very, very lucky. There was a slight stick foul by the blue player.
Another minute.
So Belfast Harlequins are currently top of Ulster Premier 2. They got relegated last year, I believe, but they're walking away with Division 2, so they'll be back up in the top Ulster division next year.
Who's going to see it? Cameron.
And the other semi-final as well that's going on is South Antrim from Ulster against Portrane from Dublin. 2 very evenly matched teams. So it'll either be a Munster-Ulster or an Ulster-Ulster or a Munster-Leinster final. Let's hope it's Munster. Short corner. One there by Quins, and again it's the danger guy. So Daniel, thoughts so far?
It's all to play for. I think at the beginning of the fourth quarter, Harlequins have had possession, and they've been able to stop any attacks from Waterford, and this is the reward of their efforts now.
Okay, this is a very important moment for Waterford and for Quins. Quins setting up with a double castle again. This time it's stopped, it's trapped, it's pushed up, and a great save by Alistair Shute. Alistair Shute has matured like a fine wine, becoming a really good goalkeeper in his latter years. So that was a really, really good save by Shute. also known as the Shootinator. Still, there's a little bit of pressure here by Belfast Harlequins.
Out!
Waterford need to retain possession and stay patient. They need to win the ball back, first of all, then they need to hold on to it, stay patient. The Quins' defence are starting to question themselves a little bit as well when they're put under pressure. I'd love to see Coach Green go back to that high line and put it forward up a little bit higher. I think as they break out of defence and absorb this pressure from Belfast Harlequins, they can really get them on the counter-attack, play to our strengths. I'm just not seeing it at the moment.
Tackle! Defend!
Rory Tracy again, as I said earlier on, one of the most improved players in the club. Now he's just a lovely little deflection there, and that was from hard work, running back. Great to see Rory Tracy work really, really hard on the pitch. That took a deflection all the way through. The umpire left it go. Great save by Alistair Shute again. As I mentioned, he's 51 years old. Not that many 51-year-olds playing top flight hockey in Ireland these days.
Help out! Come heads! Come heads!
Sustained pressure from Harlequins, Ryan.
Good to that!
Trying to
That's all right, you got it.
make something happen now early in this quarter.
It's the same player on the ball all the time, Daniel. Michael Patterson, the number 4. He's like the midfield general, constantly turning around, and just there now, he won a free. The Waterford player didn't back, didn't get out of the way, didn't make an attempt to get out of the way, and now it's been upgraded to a penalty corner. That's just silly.
Come on,
And that's
Waterford,
something that we
heads
just
up,
don't
boys,
want to
come
do
on,
at this
lads.
stage of the game. But as I said, Michael Patterson, I think we've mentioned his name a lot today. He's turned up everywhere.
hard, Neil, working
Left
hard,
wing,
lad.
centre forward, centre mid,
Well,
right
Quinny.
back. Everything is
Push
going
down.
through him. So again, Belfast Harlequins set up with a double castle. The last short corner went to the right-hand castle. I wonder will it go left for Patterson. There's also 2 runners in on the post as well. Watch the runners for the deflections. Goes to the second castle again, deflected, saved by Shute. Another save, well played Alistair Shute. This is what Alistair Shute does very, very well. He's a big presence in the goals. Rory Tracy just mistimes that tackle and just gives away a foul. Referee played
Who
on.
was it?
Go! Wide!
Go, Quinny,
And that
go!
was, the referee gave a free out there for shielding,
Rory's
stick
on.
shielding. That's when the player runs with the ball and just as he's about to be tackled, turns his stick over the ball. So there we've seen Isaac Johnson taking up that high position
Yeah, you
again.
got it, Quinny.
I'd love him, Daniel, to stay up a little
Quinny,
bit higher. What do you think?
Quinny!
Absolutely. I think they could create a lot of chances.
What's the shooting?
It's a really good opportunity.
Well done, boy. Well done,
So
boy.
that just demonstrates what a high line can do for Waterford. The minute they regress into their own half, they're just not the same team. They need to play high up the pitch, take the risk, go for the win. Gann on the ball. He's turning it inside, turns left, turns right. That's definitely a short
Well
corner.
done, lads.
And
Come on,
Waterford have
boys.
won a short corner.
Come on, boys.
Superb move
Nice
by
and come.
Gann.
What are you talking about?
Create perfect opportunity
Son,
for
hey.
Watford to score.
Quinny. Brilliant, boy.
So, you know, I mentioned earlier on Barbara Johnson and the Johnsons, Joan, who's watching at home at the moment on the big screen, would normally be down here at Roger shouting for their their grandsons, and unfortunately with COVID-19 they can't be here today. However, it's great having this facility with the eye in the sky. And another shout out as well to Kevin Pym. Kevin Pym's our other cameraman here today. Recording for highlights reel later on. It's injected. Now, what happened there was a Quins player broke the line, I believe. No, he didn't. The referee just wants it reset. He wasn't happy that the ball was on the pitch, so they're going to reset. Sam Johnson there, just put a bit of water onto the spot where the ball is, just to make sure that the ball grips and comes out at speed. Sam's over the ball. Injects for the first castle, for Ian Balding, for a deflection, great deflection from the first runner. That was number 2, John Metcalf. Really, really good high run there. Great deflection, but really good from Balding again. Tracy on the ball, you know, he's got a bit of space here, bangs the ball across the circle. Oh, and the referee has given that for a high ball. I would say, Daniel, that could have been below the knee. What do you think?
Should have been
Very contentious decision, very contentious. That was a great ball by Rory Tracy. You know, sometimes in hockey, the best game is the simple game. Put the ball down and hit it across the circle. Look for that deflection. To me, that was calf height. I would not have called that danger. But anyway, Quinn on the ball here, and as I mentioned, only took up the game of hockey 2 years ago. Without doubt, the most improved hockey player in Munster. Harry Belton's on the hockey pitch as well. Harry is a really good golfer. Number 14, Barrett Patterson, is getting a bit upset with the umpire there. He felt that the ball was put up in the air to a Quinn's player, and he felt that Roy Isaacs had infringed, but in fact Isaacs got the free there. As I said earlier on, this rule around the high ball coming in, it's just so contentious, open to interpretation. It's hard to get it consistent sometimes. I don't blame the umpires. You know, you got to umpire for safety. You know, when that ball comes down, you want to make sure that you blow early and you don't cause any danger on the pitch. Tracy's on the ball now. He's taking up a position on the right-hand side of the pitch. Again, tries to bang it across the pitch. I really like this tactic. I think it's going to work. It's putting Belfast Harlequins under a bit of pressure. Now watch this. Belfast Harlequins have just slowed it down a little bit again. It's their captain Metcalf on the ball again. My apologies. It's David Fraser, the Irish assistant coach for the over 35s. Sam Johnson just gave away the ball. Now it's number 9, Rory Quigley, inside to that danger man again. Who backed into the Waterford player. Waterford tried to take a quick free. It was a little bit too far away from where the foul occurred, so the referee pulled it back. Isaac's on the ball again.
5-yard
to Ben
passes.
McInerney.
5-yard passes.
Now Isaac's taking up a position in midfield. I really believe that's the wrong position for him. I think he needs to be higher up the pitch. Ben McInerney's taking it off. Now you see Isaac Johnson making that run up the left-hand side. Loads of space in front of him if the players can pick him out. Gann is on the ball again. Gann has been a live wire. I think he's been one of the best players today, hasn't he?
Absolutely. He's made a real difference in the midfield.
You just need to...
So a bit of pressure here from Waterford. So again, let's retain the ball. They need to hold on to the ball a little bit more, be a little bit more controlled.
Plenty of time.
Rory Isaacs is taking a position at left wing back, very high up the pitch. There is nobody picking him up right now. Balding is surely going to hit him. And he does, he passes him. Now you're going to see somebody go to the byline. Isaacs takes the ball, they try and close him down. He takes out one player, comes back around again, tries to draw the foul.
Brad, drop 8.
And he's got the foul.
Brad, drop 8.
Very experienced player. The Queen's players are just getting a little bit touchy with the umpires now. Feeding the pressure. Yes. And there is a short corner. The other umpire called that. So as I said earlier on, both umpires are mic'd up. They have these radio mics. And Greg, having 2 umpires on the pitch can be a very good thing because the other umpire can see things that the other umpire can't see. And in that case, Jim Butler was blindsided, didn't see the foul. The ball came across, could have played advantage, fell to a red stick, but I think Waterford will take the short corner. This is a crucial moment in the game.
Brian, in the event of the fourth quarter finishing level, what's the next step, next procedure?
That's a very good question, Daniel. It's either one or two things. It's either extra time and shuttles or shuttles. My guess it'll be shuttles.
I believe it's shuttles, yes.
Double Castle again. Gone to the right hand Castle. Deflected in to Ben McInerney across the play. That came off. The referee did not see the foot that Ben McInerney hit the ball off against there. But it's come back to Cameron Wagoner now. Back to Brad Rahana, who's now taking up that centre back position. To Gann again. Gann has caused this defence a lot of trouble today. To Neil Quinn. Again, trying to do the right thing, winning the free. Well done, Neil Quinn. That went over the byline, so that's going to be a long corner. Nowadays, the long corner is taken parallel to where the ball crossed over the byline. Maybe they should think of a different name for it now. Not the
Drop!
So again, that's number 6, David Fraser. Sam Johnson's on the ball. That came off a blue foot. So that's going to be a free just inside the 23 for Waterford. This is a very interesting position, Daniel. What do you think?
Absolutely. Pressure is on.
Sam Johnson's over the ball. We've seen here now, Brad Rohanna has taken up one of the two full-back positions with Ian Balding, which means that Sam Johnson is released a little bit up into midfield. Again, putting a bit more pressure. Waterford are definitely going for the win here today.
They definitely are. They managed to turn around the early pressure of the Harlequins, and they are controlling the game at this moment.
I think Coach Stuart Green is about to make a couple of changes. I see David Quinn about to come on again. David Quinn, as I said, has just got has played a lot of hockey over the past number of years. Has been beset with some injuries as well, unfortunately. But I think young Rory Tracy is going to come on as well. So David Quinn has come on. And that's 14 Barrett Patterson remonstrating with the umpire again. The umpires aren't going to take too kindly to that. And he's just shown a yellow card. Shown a green card to the star player, Michael Patterson, for dissent. And it's a yellow card, it's been upgraded. So he must have said something to the umpire didn't like as he walked past him. Naughty, naughty, naughty. So that means, Daniel, that this is a yellow card, which means he's off for a minimum of 5 minutes. Now, at this stage, Waterford need to make this player count. The best player from Belfast Harlequins is off the pitch. Waterford can afford to put a high player up on the goalkeeper and put one of their full-backs a little bit higher up into midfield as well. Isaac Johnson on the ball, he takes it. There's two players on him. They realise how dangerous he is. He's very composed, gets a nice pass to Balding, to Sam Johnson. Doesn't see Ben McInerney in the right position. Now he does. Ben has just lovely silky skills. Keeps the ball on the end of the stick all the time. Looking for Rory Tracy. Isaac Johnson takes it inside. Good skill. Colin Kavanagh, the Leinster umpire, just given a foul, a personal foul on Isaac Johnson again. Unfortunate. I didn't see it either, Daniel, but you know the umpire did, so we got to go with his decision, don't we? Now Rory Isaacs has just won this ball back, and he's trying to take two players on. He has to be very careful here. Number 10, Stephen McGrath's taking the ball up. Ben McInerney's with him, harassing him, and now Sam Johnson puts a little bit of a check in, goes past one player. Oh, and that's a short corner for Belfast Harlequins. This is the last moment of the game. It's a short corner to Belfast Harlequins. They bring up all their players. Obviously, stating the obvious, if they score here, they win. You can feel the tension in Newtown. Umpire gets set, ball's injected, stopped. Went for the deflection, and that's it. Unfortunately, and well done Belfast Harlequins. Well done Belfast Harlequins for a really good win, 3-2. Would say slightly against the run of play towards the end, but you know what? There was a lot of experience there. It counted at the end, didn't it, Daniel?
It did. They took their chances, and that last short quarter was an example of that. They were very